Every citizen has a dream, a vision for a better life. The Micro and Small Business Grant Scheme is a promise kept, a promise that no dream is too small to succeed. The Micro and Small Business Grant, more than a grant, transforming lives, building businesses. Spearheaded by the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service and administered by NEDCO. This program provides guidance, mentorship, and opportunities.
My name is Chanel Sahadio. The name of my business is SS Art Studio TC. We are a creative company. Our services include sip and paint event hosting, art classes for kids, teens and adults, some of which are online as well.
My name is Akil Davis. I'm the Managing Director of Altruistic Fitness and Nutrition. What encouraged me to start my business that I always had a passion for helping others.
I am Sonia Jerome, owner and founder of Redskin Plant Shop and Hydroponic Farm in Tobago.
My name is Dexter DeBellot. I'm a counseling psychologist and trauma and crisis specialist. When I looked at the requirements for the grant scheme, I went ahead and I created a business plan on my own. And when I came across Ms. Claxton, she's an excellent coach. She said, you know, what you have is good, but there are some things that need shaping up. And one of the biggest parts of it for me was really getting that business plan done the way it was required to be done. And so painstaking. It wasn't easy because I believe in going for something, you go and you put your best foot forward. And what the grant did is it evolved our mindset. So now we were able to not just see just being online, but when the opportunity came, you know, that time when business, sometimes the opportunities come that says, hey, leap now, jump now. Because one of the things that I encountered was while everybody had a product, I didn't have any. And I remember there was a time when NEDCO would have sent out for persons who were grantees to come and showcase what they had. And I was telling my wife, I said, we are here in counseling, in the helping profession. There's hardly anything that we could go on a public platform and really say, well, this is our product. And because of that, we went back to the drawing board and Teenage Tina Gets Counseling was birthed.
I use the MSP grant funds to purchase equipment. Anyone who's in this industry knows gym equipment is very expensive. So I use those funds to purchase gym equipment to better service my clients. So obviously with new machinery, heavier weights, I was able to improve my quality of service. My coach was Miss Simone Claxton. She was an amazing coach. She helped me a lot in terms of managing my finances. I never really kept proper record keeping. And because I had to develop a business plan for her, it really challenged me to check my books and keep track of my numbers, and doing that helped me to see the growth and the improvements I would have made over the years. So that is what helped me a lot. That advice in terms of proper bookkeeping and keeping records of everything. I think initially challenges I would have faced before the grant was really trying to make up that capital to purchase equipment. Yes, you will have a good cash flow, but sometimes to save that lump sum of money, it was hard. And then I didn't used to manage my finances properly, so I couldn't even go to the bank because I didn't have the tools to go to the bank. So I think it kind of helped me in terms of being able to accomplish things now. I know how to plan properly, I know how to go to financial institutions for help. That's something that I think I would have benefited from.
Before the MSB grants, all of our classes would have been done online. Because of the MSB grants, we are now able to offer physical classes. Utilization of the grants means that we would have bought endless supplies to stock our studios so that kids, teens and adults now have access to using all of these equipment during their sessions. The training has really helped me, the MSB training, because there were certain things that I would have probably overlooked before that I have only now opened my eyes to, certain things that would have been a need to my business. You know, one of the things being a physical space, having a physical space would have been a need because we've had students who are online and they would have asked, you know, is there anything in person? Can we come in? You know, we wouldn't have had this before, and it's because of the MSB grant that we now have this immersive experience for everyone to take part in. The mentorship program that I have been receiving from the MSB grant program has been an entirely eye-opening process, because now I'm able to look at my business from an outsider perspective, from the viewer's perspective. I am now part of that audience, and I'm now able to see my business from an outer perspective, meaning that I am not just a business owner thinking about what ideas I can do, what can I possibly offer that might make people interested in doing this. It's like now I'm able to step back and take a look at how my business operates from an outsider's perspective. The MSB program has been so helpful. One thing that Ms. Penny Ali, my mentor, taught me was that you have to have a business plan. Right now, that business plan is so important, and for me, I didn't even know that existed prior to the grant program. Now, I was able to work with Ms. Benny Ali, and she guided me so much in creating a business plan that showed me exactly what my competitors are, what are the strengths of my business, what are the weaknesses of my business. There's a lot of things to consider when doing a business, and you realize exactly how important that business plan is and how that could deem whether your business is successful or not. However, now because of the MSB grant and its impact, we now have a full studio with all supplies, and we host persons here for their special occasions.
The MSB grant did a lot for me, improving from having to plant on raised beds to now modernized stacky pots. Stacky pots that I think we all know about it. It's kind of a trending thing on the social media right now. And with that, I was able to improve my production from 20% to 40%, where I would be able to meet more of my customers' demands and needs. So the MSB grants did help when it comes to improving Redskin Plant Shop farm, the operations, business. Now the stacky pots can automatically water themselves as well. So it's a lot of improvement. Mr. McDougall, he would call, find out about not only when I have challenges, but also in the good times to be able to coach me on and yes, it's a good point, yes, that's a good area to look into. He was able to give me key points when it comes to the marketing aspect. I'm strongly now looking at hiring another staff, because I would need to separate the outdoor work from the indoor work, because of the amount of produce now being produced on the farm. We have to get single area of expertise to be able to one person doing packaging, one person doing the outdoor duties, and so that we don't get cross. Well, contamination is one thing that is main in foods. I will tell the new entrepreneurs in Tobago, or those who have already started, that the MSB grants gives support. They are thorough when it comes to making sure that you get the background if you are now starting, and the encouragement or the tools to be able to continue if you have already started. The MSB grant gives you, it's like a family. They call, check up, you get the funding, which we know is extremely important, because money will be able to fulfill a lot of our plans that we have as entrepreneurs.
Through NEDCO, the grant becomes more than money. It extends to business development training, expert coaching, and mentorship tailored to the growth of entrepreneurs.
The support that I received from NEDCO and Ms. Benny Ali has made my experience as a business owner so much more positive and interesting. It made me more confident, actually, because now that I have a physical space, I'm able to actually see the smiles of the clients coming into my business, the feedback, the verbal feedback that is in person, commending us for the art classes that we do and how much their children enjoy it. A lot of these things has helped me and has helped my self-esteem and confidence as a business owner.
NEDCO has been very helpful. You all have a lot of things for entrepreneurs. You know, you have business loans, things for farmers. I went through the profile and see that you all have a lot of grants and a lot of tools that can help young entrepreneurs who are now looking to come into the business realm. So I do advise people, if you're looking for help and advice in terms of structure and starting a business, definitely check out NEDCO.
This is what national development looks like: investment in people, in potential, and in progress. The government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago continues to empower its citizens through real, measurable opportunities.
This program in itself is a big step for many persons. Some persons may look in and say, oh, $20,000 or no, not more than $20,000. That's small for business. But I think it's a good approach to streamline persons, to help persons to take that first step. It may not be enough to furnish the whole office, but like me, it was enough to create the first step, and that continued to help and propel. So I would say that based on this program that the government would have done, it is in fact a very, very good program, and I would endorse and encourage it to be continued across the entire diaspora of the business community.
My proudest moment being a part of the MSB grant program was attending the ceremony and seeing how many other business owners there are like myself and becoming a part of a new community. Up till this day after the grant program, we are receiving mentorship, and it has been so helpful. My business is growing after each session. I think it's so nice to see that the government is investing in the creative industry, because I mean, prior to this, there was always a stigma, right? Even in my life growing up, there were, you know, a lot of persons who I went to school with, they wanted to pursue art, and a lot of people were like, no, my mom, you know, they don't want them to do art, you know, what's that going to do for you in the future? And a lot of them were forced to do subjects that they did not want to do and they didn't enjoy, right? So it's really nice to see that the government is investing in the creative industry.
It's a good gesture that the government is doing, because getting businesses to develop and to stay operational in Tobago is very important. So I would say it's a good gesture that they are doing. It's very important, and I hope they continue to do it and even improve.
The Micro and Small Business Grant Scheme is about more than business. It is about offering opportunities for a better life. It is about entrepreneurs who now have the tools to grow, sustain, and lead.